What's up, everybody? Welcome to day 2 of Discmas. Today we are giving you our in the bags for the year of 2024, the year of our Lord. Super excited. We're gonna go back and forth, show you, we make like a ton of changes because we're constantly throwing new discs, and it probably severely hurts our game. But there's so many discs out there to try, I have to try them.
Gotta try them.
So you might see a lot of different manufacturers and stuff like this. Be sure to let us know what you're bagging down below. But let's jump into it. We're gonna start off with the bags. For 2024, I am rocking a Renew Disc Golf Eco Pack. I have been loving this bag. I don't carry a ton of discs. Even when I had a bigger bag, I found myself like putting in discs that I just never threw. I just had them in there because they were cool. And so this is really all I need. It holds, I think, upwards of 24 to 26 discs. So it's got a pretty good sizable storage. It's also made of recycled materials. So all of this is recycled billboard and nylon. It's surprisingly sturdy for how lightweight it is. It's got, oh, that's cool.
That's nice.
That's nice. It's got plenty of side pocket storage. The padded straps feel really good. Like I said, it's lightweight. It can hold a lot. You're saving the planet when you buy one, and all of this is under $100. So you guys can check out Renew Disc Golf at renewdiscgolf.com. Check out the Eco Pack, and you can use code SWANKY for 10% off. So be sure to check them out. They're also just super cool people. We like working with them.
Definitely.
There are bigger, badder bags out there, but for me, this is really all I need, even in a tournament setting. I don't find myself needing more than 20 discs personally. So yeah, going with the Renew Eco Pack.
I'm also going with their new Eco Pack, and I won't repeat what Luke said about it, but I'll just say that I have several bags that I go back and forth between, and this bag, being the smallest bag that I have, is ideal for tournaments for me. It keeps the weight off my shoulders during a tournament, and you're just not, you know what you're throwing in a tournament, you know?
Let's start out with putters. I'll go to my putter pocket. We'll start with putting putters then move on. I'm putting with Wizards for 2024. I have been liking them. I've been putting with them for a while after Connor Kennedy recommended them.
Shout out.
I have the super stupid soft Wizards, and I love them.
Super stupid soft. I'm bagging the Love from Jester Discs. This is I've been putting with these for about 6 months, right? Since we got them.
Yeah.
These are touch plastic, which is the baseline mold, and I love them.
Yeah,
and that's all I have to say.
It's also technically, at least believably, the Mint Bullet.
Yeah.
And the Thought Space Praxis.
So there you go.
But yeah, they have a super cool look to them. Throwing putters, I have, I think, 5 throwing putters, which is debatably too many. I have a Stay Swanky Glitch. This one is an honorary spot in the bag. I will never throw this in a tournament, probably. I know a lot of people do throw glitches in tournaments. I am not confident enough. I keep this in here in case we need to play catch before the round or stuff like that. I have a Lone Star Armadillo, 1 speed. Love the Armadillo, super straight flying. And then I have these 3 guys. This is just an inner core. Shout out to Dakota from Overthrow Disc Golf for dyeing it for me. Stay Swanky Envy. This thing's super beefy and flies like a mid-range. Absolutely love that. And this is a Praxis. This is a Thought Space Praxis, and it's actually pretty darn understable at this point. It's flippy.
Nice. My premium throwing putter, I have 1 in the bag right now.
Wow.
Literally 1, and it is also a Love. It is also a Love. In their taffy plastic, which is, you know,
So
you'll
nice.
recognize this like burst plastic as the same MVP manufactured plastic.
Feels incredible.
Yeah, and between this and my putting putters, which I will also throw off the tee, I find that I can get all my putter shots with those 3, so I'm not looking for a ton else. I like being able to bag the same mold.
Yeah, that is nice. I do not throw the Wizards anything outside of like 100 feet.
Yeah.
Do not like it. Moving on to mids. That's super cool.
That is so cool.
So I retire. This is really an approach disc or a putter or whatever, mid-range. For I think 3 years, I'd been bagging that OG Get Freaky Zone, which is crazy to say. That seems like yesterday when they first came out. I had to retire it. The Brody had signed it. The signature was starting to wear off. It was getting super beat in. So we now have this UV Get Freaky Zone. and it's also equally incredible. And then I have 4 other mid-ranges. I have a pretty simple mid-range game. I have my most understable, which is a Peace Train, also known as kind of a lobster, Jester Discs Peace Train. This is like the Halloween stamp. Incredible, super flippy. Then we have a Dune, a little bit straighter, slightly less flippy, but kind of flippy. Then we have Straight Flyer, we have the Buzz. This is a dark Yuli Buzz. And then for the overstable mid, we have an Isaac Robinson Archive.
Nice. Okay, I have a lot of mids. It's the most substantial part of my bag, especially if you count overstable approaches. So I have a zone, and that is, I've been bagging this zone. This is the only zone I've ever bagged. So
crazy.
It's still awesome. It's still overstable. This is a pig. I really like this. I started throwing it backhand a lot for straight putter shots that I really want to reliably fade at the end. And then more traditional mid-ranges, I have the Harpoon from Lone Star, which is a bomber and super low profile disc that I love. And so that one's a little bit understable, despite what the numbers will say. The Peace Train, I also have that. So I won't repeat that. That's my flippiest mid. I have the Stay Swanky Hex, which is my most thrown disc in my bag right now.
It's a dope disc.
I throw it, especially at Little Mulberry, on almost every hole. I love it. I have an Isaac Robinson Archive that I'm still working with. I'm having trouble because it's kind of like a little bit more overstable than my Hex, but not as overstable as my Recluse. Flex before disc miss Recluse.
Legacy Recluse, shout out.
Which is an absolute beef monster. This thing's so overstable.
Awesome.
So yeah, that's my midline.
Oh yeah, I didn't say I am bagging the Buzz right now. There's a video coming up in disc miss that I actually haven't filmed yet, where I'm putting the Buzz against the MD3 because I've been thinking about bagging the MD3, and whichever one wins that is going to be in the bag for 2024. Right now it's the Buzz, which has been my favorite disc of all time for a long time. Moving into fairways. Does a 9-speed count as a fairway?
Yeah, let's go up to 9 speeds.
Let's go up to 9 speeds. Yeah, I actually only have 4 fairways right now. I have a very simple fairway game, but I very recently started bagging the Nightstone. This is a Neo FD from
there it is. Nice.
From the mystery box. This thing is just dead straight. A little bit flippy to dead straight. I am missing a like super flippy 7-speed fairway that I usually have in my bag, but I keep losing them because I throw them all the time. It's like one of my most thrown discs is like a flippy 7-speed, so this will probably be lost soon. Up next we have cookies. I have 2 cookies. One that's, this glow cookie is more understable. This just traditional cookie is more overstable. And then I also have, these 2 discs are kind of battling for a spot in the bag. We have the Zeta's Moon and the Supreme Escape. Admittedly though, the Supreme Escape is more understable, I think. I think I can bag them both. This one's straighter, this one is very flippy. So yeah,
nice.
That's my fairways, only a couple of them.
All right, I've got 6 fairways in the bag, 2 7s, 2 8s, and 2 9s. My 7 speeds are my Prodigy F2, which has been in the bag for a long time. One of my favorite discs, just like a very reliable, overstable 7-speed. And then my Night Strike 1 FD, which has also been in the bag for ages, is understable now to the point that it's kind of point and shoot in the woods, but I almost never throw this thing because it's one of my favorite discs and I don't want to lose it, and it's impossible to evaluate how much it means to me, so I almost never throw it. And then my 8 speeds are flippy. Hi, Micah. My 8 speeds are flippy. I've got my Essence, which I've had since this mystery box dropped, and it's unbelievably understable.
That's a couple years old now.
Super roller disc. And then an I Heart Mondays Mint Disc Jackalope, which is starting to be a workhorse for me. This thing is so awesome. It crushes. So those 2, and then my 2 Firebirds. This one's the oldest disc in my bag, 12-time Climo. And then a Color Glow one from a Atlanta tournament from the year that Atlanta United started, shout out. So 2019, I think, or 2018. Either way, those are the Firebirds.
Nice. Love some birds. All right, on to the distance, guys. So these are the big bomber discs that are gonna go like 275 feet for us. No, just kidding. Speaking of distance drivers though, for those of you who don't know, we're giving away a disc every single day of Discmas. 25 different discs, 25 different chances to win. And today's disc is a distance driver, and it is a Swanky Time Open American flag stamped Discmania DD.
Let's go.
This is an incredible disc. It's gonna show up because I bag it. but they're pretty flippy. If you have a lower arm speed, it's gonna be a great distance driver for you. If you have a higher arm speed, it's gonna be a great like hyzer flip, turn over to the right and come back kind of disc.
Yes.
Super sick. And I am bagging one, so I'll go ahead and say that. But my first disc is the Onyx, 10 speed, overstable. I really use it like a Firebird. His is not as overstable. This one's pretty beefy, so I use it a lot like a Firebird. 4 hands, love the Onyx, 10 speed rim. And then I have 2 11 speeds. I have DD, which is super flippy. And then I have the Grace, which is more straight flying for me. It is getting beat in a little bit now, so it's sort of flipping. I have this Cloudbreaker 2, which is beat to shreds and is debatably even flippier than like the Grace at this point. But it's still so good for like hyzer forehand to get a hole. Like if I need to throw a forehand as far as I possibly can, I'm throwing this guy. And then I have a beefy DD that is utility only pretty much. Throw this on like chopping forehands, or if it's super windy out, super beefy DD there, DD3. That's it for my distance.
Okay, yeah, I have an Onyx as well, but like Luke said, it's not really an Onyx. This is a first run, very understable, and I actually only have this in the bag anymore for overhands. I throw this as a tomahawk only disc, and it pans exactly how I always want it to, so that's the Onyx. And then I have my Toccoa Falls Wraith, which is a little bit more overstable than most Wraiths. I really like it, but I don't throw it as often as my 2 workhorse drivers, which is my Evolution, what is this, Vapor Enigma, my Vapor Enigma and my Capsa.
They need to make more Vapor Enigmas, man.
Yeah, these,
I love Vapor Enigma.
These are awesome. This is probably my furthest flying driver, and then this is slightly more understable of the same flight. So if I'm in a tailwind, I'm throwing this. If I'm throwing forehand also, I'm throwing this. And then lastly is the Saki Bomb Rive, which is overstable. I thought it was going to be more overstable than it is. It's not actually a huge beefcake, but as far as distance drivers goes, this is as overstable as I need. So that's my distance lineup.
All right, guys, that's the in the bag. Be sure to go down to the link in the description, sign up for this giveaway in the Google form. There's a new Google form every single day. So if you enter 25 times, you have 25 chances to win a disc that we will be giving away at the end of Discmas. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Stay swanky.
Stay swanky.
We wish you a Merry Discmas. We wish you a Merry Discmas. We wish you a Merry Discmas and a Happy New Year.